Later, what to be in the head. I'm not no mystery yet. One cup I am feeling. A car will for writing. You know, the mistake. One of our sorry, one now.
No,
So, how do you know the car one material? Can't come again to the come and come down the way.
There you go. Emang kok? NW. Ah, ada pelu. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Yeah, there you go. Sound check. Audio check. Sound check. Audio check. Sound check. Audio check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Please kindly advise me if the audio is clear. Before we proceed with the stream, kindly advise me if the audio is clear, if the sound is clear, if the microphone is loud and clear, and if the stream is as well. Okay, so we can proceed. This is the very first frame of the possible 20 frames that we are supposed to be having of this game that we're having. It is on the frame Magezi, who is done on black, written on it champion for Soweto Polo Club. Kindly advise me. Sound check. Sound check. Audio check. One, two, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the game is live now. We apologize for the kind of the echo, but I am setting the stream just so that we can make it noise free from the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Collins said the audio and the sound is clear and the stream is as well clear. We are pushing and forwarding. This is the first frame and Magezi look like he's poised to put the black in the same corner that he has just spotted. Red ball for the very first time in this frame. Possible of 20 frames. I will get back clear with the audio. It's okay. Yeah, welcome back for the audio and sound. This is frame number 2 of the possible 20 frames that we're having. The game, it is Kid Pool Association's league game, which is taking place right at the Capital Pool Club. We are located right in the heart of almost central divisions, which is in Lolojo, where this league game is taking place. It is KPA, Kid Pool Association's game. On the table, we have Sound Ken and then Watmon Ronald, guy who is playing yellow and almost packed his yellow ball in the jaw of the corner pocket, at least blocking the path of the red ball, which has someone can wear. But anything is possible. Someone can goes for a bank shots in the center pocket, which is top right of the table, fails to pot it, and now Watmon is invited back on the table. Now, for today, I want to welcome you and start by at least giving you the lineup, the possible lineup of the two. This is the confirmed lineup of the two players. Now we have the capital, which is the host Polo Club. They have Olal Alfred, the guy who have just beaten in the first game. And then second is Watmon Ronald, guy who is playing right now, playing the yellow balls and putting, rolling them in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is top right of the screen. As well as they have Lege Samuel is going to come after this game here, depending on the outcomes of the results. Whether Watmon pots the black or he doesn't pot it, he is supposed to come and also play at the same time. We also have Kidega George, plays for the capital. Kidega George initially, he was playing for William Port Club, but of course now due to transfer, he has shifted and then plays now for the Capital Polo Club. And then at the end of the day, we also have Ochan Eric. Ochan Eric, he has been the head of umpires for Kid Polo Associations. Even up to now, he's still the head of umpires for Kid Polo Associations and is still bumping, working with it. He is going to be the last persons to play for today under the lineup of the capital. Meanwhile, for Soweto Polo Club, they have the likes of Lokoya Christopher, the guy who potted. Lokoya Christopher is the guy who potted black for the first time in this game. And then they have Wokoraj Kenneth, who is playing second. That is Saun Ken. And then we have Olen Joel is going to come after this one year. He calls himself Mr. Apple, Mr. Green. And that is Olen Joel. Then we also have Olanya Derek. He's the director of Soweto Pool Club. He's going to come as number 4 in this game. Meanwhile, we also have Otim Osama. He's still warming and he's also going to come for this very game here. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for joining in. I will continue with the commentary shortly after. Now, watching us live as well today, we have Oscar Daddy. He's also following us keenly. We want to appreciate you and thank you so much for always tuning in and keeping it live here. Big up to you, Oscar Daddy. Yes, Tungyang Media, you said we should zoom out. I have done it accordingly. And so now, I understand you. Yeah, the scoreboard is a bit far. I am trying to make sure that I also put it so close, but I'm trying to adjust it accordingly to make sure that it can be visible from whoever is watching us live. Still setting it out. Is it already in the Cholebo? Yeah, thank you. Yes, guys, thank you very much. We are now in frame number 3, and of course, on the table, playing the yellow balls is Mr. Oling. Now, Oling calls himself Mr. Apple and Mr. Green Apple. So, is he going to produce for us something magic today? We are yet to confirm here on the table. Guy is playing the yellows. He wants to take the score of Soweto Polo Club to 3. Meanwhile, the capital, they are still looking for the very first spot of a black in this game here. Oling is taking his time, playing, potting one at a time. So he's no way in any hurry, and that is the reason why he's potting so well and so with a lot of skills. Now, initially I told you I was going to read for you the score. I was going to read for you Yeah, Oscar said he's going to run and come and watch it live from here, but of course he's trying to follow us live from YouTube. Now, anything is possible. He can still come back here and also watch the game live from the arena. Meanwhile, if he was having the guts and then the ability to support the streams that we always give them, he could be following us live on YouTube. Still at your comfort, still at wherever you are, you will still be in positions to get the stream live. Meanwhile, today we are going to be having the biggest match. All right, I'm going to adjust and put that next to the yellow. I'm going to adjust and put that scoreboard so close to where you are trying to tell me, just that it can be more visible. That is what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, Tunggang, thank you very much. We understand you are traveling and you're going to be bringing for us at least one of the biggest game ever in Gulu. So we will appreciate you so much. In the evening, everyone will be tuning in to the YouTube channel where you are going to be bringing for us the game live between Hogan Road Samuel and Dan Manizo in a return leg. So today for the capital, they have Mr. Holal Alfred, who started the game but lost to Lokoya Christopher, known as Magezi. And then we also have Wadmon Ronald. And then up again is Wakoraj Kenneth Saun, where he also lost to Saun Ken. And that is the reason why the green level is written 2. Meanwhile, the one it read is still 0-0. And then now on the frame, we have Alege Samuel, who have just played in rate, is up against Mr. Oleng Joel, the guy who called himself Mr. Apple, is up here. Today he's missing the apple, but he's playing one step at a time. He has just only 3 of the yellow balls now remaining. Almost all of them are in the corner pocket, top right, bottom, in the right sections of the screen. That is where the balls are. And meanwhile, at the moment, Samuel now wants Alice to register for themselves. Alice a win for the first time in the 3 frames that we're having now, of the possible 20 frames that we'll be having. And now he wants to go for it and playing with a lot of confidence. So, meanwhile, we also have Kidega George, guy who was initially playing for Willam Polo Club. He has already joined the capital and he wants to change results with them. And then we have Uchan Eric, the head of umpires for Kidgum Pool, is also in the building. He's also going to play. Meanwhile, we also have Olanya Derek, the director of Soweto Pool Club, is also in the building. And then we also have our team, Osama, is also in the building. Osama grew his pool, right, I think right from, probably from the Snipers Arena, where he was building his pool, but then now he's playing for Soweto Pool Club. And so, moving one step at a time, Samuel doesn't want to pot, but he intends to snooker. But the snooker is not successful. Watching this game live, I want to thank Mr. Romeo, the director for the Snipers Pool Club, is also watching us live and following the game so closely. We appreciate you and thank you so much for always keeping it locked here in the building. Meanwhile, the captain of the capital is in the name of Chris Okelo Christopher. Guy is done in yellow. I think he's also going to join us and also going to play today's game. Meanwhile, going for the frame is Mr. Oling, who wants to go for the frame and clear everything right from here. Had a very big sharp cut here into the corner pocket, but fails. But at the end of the day, he's also opening up the game so clearly. Now, when you check on the pattern, the display of the yellow balls, Mr. Samuel can also play this ball here at the same time. And he can also opt and go for the ball, which is farthest of the table, have it roll into the corner pocket, which is top left, which is diagonal, top right diagonal of the screen. What does he want to do at this point in time? At least he wants to put his balls here into the corner pocket, which is so close to the screen. He aims and thought. I don't think he's so happy. Now the intention of having the cue ball is us in positions to have this ball roll in the center pocket, which is right of the table. Now the intention is to make sure that it opens up the corner pocket, which is being occupied by the yellow balls. That is what I presume he wants to do at this point in time. But from the look of the things, he's scanning the ball, which is so far. Now, there he aims, intending to put this ball in the center pocket and open up also this balls here. He fails to put it, but at the same time opens up the only red ball, which was looking like a problem to him. But then now the thing is moving on well. Oh. All right, now Joel is scanning and checking the pattern of plays at this point in time. Only 3 of the yellow balls now remaining, and that is what he intends to do. It looks like he doesn't want to go for the pots, and he's checking, trying to check. From this point in time, he can just go for the frames. That's one thing I want to presume, and he can just go for it. Let's wait and see the pattern of play. He wants to play these balls here into the bottom sections of the screen, and he's rolling these balls here, fails to do it. He just wants to go for a snooker, just that the ball in the center pocket, which is right of the table, is open totally. Thank you very much, guys. Those ones who are watching, I want to appreciate. We are located in Lolojo, where the stream is taking place, where Soweto Pool Club is trying to reign up against the Capital Polo Club. Here, led by the director, Mr. Olanya Derrick, bringing the Soweto team players right here, just that they can rule Lolojo. And here they are. The members have a lot of spirit. They are in the gear to win today's game. What can they do at this point in time? Mr. Joel is up to take up the task and lead. One more time. Want to take the lead to 3 frames. In first half, they want to win. And at the end of the day, they also want to win. Look at that cue ball position. So lovely and so nice. And that is the reasons why he's trying to scan. And now Hadi is playing these balls in the center pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Can have him a perfect cue ball positions to also have at least a roll of that balls in the same corner pocket. But looks like he wants to go for a snooker. What does he want to do at this point in time? A snooker? Yeah, he wants to go for a snooker. At least if he's supposed to go for a snooker, he should also open up the ball, which he does it so perfectly, as if he was listening to me. And that is absolute decision making. Yeah, Oscar Daddy said he's just finishing something very small and he's going to be here. He wants to watch the game so closely because he plays for King's Comfort. We will welcome you wholeheartedly to the arena where this game is taking place. We appreciate your interest to come also here and watch the game live. Meanwhile, you can still continue supporting us and watching the game as well from wherever places you are. For the audio, my name is Daniel. Coming off at least 1 cushion, 2 fails to get the ball, pop the cue ball prematurely. Now, Mr. Joel is invited back on the table. What can he do from this point in time? He can also begin by playing at least the ball that he plays latest. Not to put it, but at least just wanted to hit at least 1 cushion, setting it, then plays the ball, which is almost being obstructed by the red ball. And then he continues with it just like that, 1 step at a time. What does he want to do at this point in time? He wants to have a roll of that balls here, which he does it so perfectly, but also potting it prematurely. He doesn't intends to pot it, but of course, still not so bad. And he's having a sharp cut of this ball here in the corner pocket, which is right of the screen. May not give him natural cue ball movement, but of course, he will have to gamble and pot the black at the same time. What does he want to do? Mr. Green Apple, Mr. Joel is up for the task. Of course, the path of the cue ball may not be obstructed by the red balls, and that is the reason why he is scanning so carefully. He wants to aim for it, having a roll of these ones here into the corner pocket. Just like that, a sharp cut of that one there. Does he put it? He put it so well. Now, cue ball is safe. Can go into the corresponding corner pocket, which is diagonal of the screen. And that is why you can hear a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Soweto are running away with the score. At any time, it is going to be 3-0. Let's wait and see. What does he want to do here? He wants to at least check, inspect it. Aims for the pot of the black for the 3rd time for Soweto Polo Club. Rolling it, and just like that, simply Soweto Polo Club 3, the capital 0. The hosts are yet to register at least a pot of a black for the very first time, even if when it is their home ground. And now it is the director who is supposed to come for the 4th frame that we are playing here. Lovely game being played here. He is going to be facing Halis Kidega George of the Capital Polo Club, guy who was transferred from Willam Polo Club, and here he inspired them but did not make it so well. But here now he is playing, wants to bring himself back on form and also continue sporting. Lovely. Mr. Olanya Derrick and Mr. Kidega George. Who is going to win? Between these two senior players, I can call them so because they all play attacking. With the like of Derek, he only plays attacking. Meanwhile, Kidega George sometimes he can mean to go for defensive play. Downing on white, having writings Mr. Dr. Phone is Derek, and then downing on blue is Kidega George for the capital. Kidega George win the legs, is going to break fast. Meanwhile, Derek is supposed to wait and check what is going to be the outcome of the break. And then decisions will be made accordingly as well. Lovely, thank you so much, guys. Those who are watching us, we appreciate you so much. If you have just joined the stream, please kindly like the stream, just that YouTube can recommend it as well to other people who are watching us live. The scores level on green, which is 0-3, is for Soweto. Meanwhile, 0-0 is for the capital. Our umpire for today's game is Pastor Ukidi. Now aiming for the break, he wants to hit at least the ball which is on top with power. Kidega George breaks and puts at least one ball, making the table open, giving at least absolute chance to go and nominate the ball of his choice. Looking at the splits of the balls, the red balls are looking more in a display format, which is so lovely and clear to see. And I want to fancy that he wants to go for the reds. The reds looks clearable on the table, and that is the reasons why Kidega George is aiming at least to make a pot of that ball in the center pocket. That pot of that ball may not only simply look simple, but it means a lot for Kidega George to define the pattern of his play at this point in time. Now going for the same center pocket, which is bottom sections of the table, and he's putting that one there with at least some small scan on it. Standing shots will give him at least a perfect cue ball positions, but of course he was obstructed by the movement. The cue ball movement was obstructed by the yellow balls. Now at least he can go for either the corner pocket, which is top right of the table, and then Alice playing that one there with Alice right English will give a perfect cue ball positions for the ball, which is almost looking dead on the table, which is on the bed. But he wants to go for the one which is bottom left of the table, giving him still perfect cue ball positions to at least have a roll of these balls here, put these balls here in the center corner pocket, which is top right of the screen. And then when you play that ball here with left English, cue ball is going to move and come to the bait of the table. Lovely shots. He had played it so lovely, but the pot was not on. The pot was not on. He missed it. All his intention was at least to have a perfect cue ball positions for the only would be now the problem ball to him, because he was only a ball away to clear everything here. But then now Derek is invited back on the table. He will at least aim to roll these balls here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, and then give him perfect chance to continue supporting one after the other. Now, what does he want to do at this point in time? He is inspecting the table one at a time. Derek of Soweto. And now he aims for that one there. He wants to play a canning shots, and that is a lovely canning shot. So, of course, running away with the keyboard positions. Now, making Alice. Now Kidega is supposed to remove one of his red ball, which is almost resting together with the two of the yellow balls in the center pocket. Now when he removes that one there, it will not move naturally. The resting positions, it is still going to be a questions to be asked. Now he played with a lot of skills and he's packing them almost so close to one another. But then now Derek still have a chance. Derek still have a chance to have a roll of that ball there into the diagonal corner pocket, which is bottom left, and just like that he rolls and pot it. Now he's supposed to move one step at a time. Lovely shots. He plays as if this is their table, but it is not their table. The visitors are taking the lion's shares of the scores for today's game. Now I'm also going to be telling you the standing table of this club, their positions and how they're faring on the table. In the league table, I'm going to also be telling you who are the league leaders, who is coming seconds, who is third, who is fourth, and just like that, and the impact of this very game onto their table. It is Derek playing so softly and so lovely. Now all I want to think is he's going to have a roll of that ball, which is so close to the black, into the corresponding center pocket, which is right of the table. Cue ball is going to move naturally leftward. And just like that, aims for that. Alice plays with a lot of shots on it. Now leaving the cue ball recklessly now. I never intended him to play in chess positions. Now here. Now, Kidega George aims, pot. I want to believe that he can at least have a roll of that ball into the corresponding corner pocket, which he has just potted it to. And then secondly, with at least a follow shots. And now he can also have at least a roll of these balls here into the diagonal corner pocket here. He tells the umpire to first check. And the umpire signals there is nothing and everything is clear. So you can at least have a roll of these balls here into the same corner pocket, which he previously put the ball in. And then leaving the cue ball, Alice playing that one there with Alice either a big follow shots, because a drawback may not give him Alice a perfect cue ball. Plays simply with at least a follow. Now having at least a small side of this black ball here, which can be rolled into the center pocket, right of the table, aims for it. Kidega George of the capital. It came so short of that one there. Now inviting Derek back on the table. What can he do from this point in time? Does he going to continue potting and then also pot the black and then continue making sure that they lead one more time? Remember, this is the first 5 frames that we're having at this point in time. Is the score going to be 5-0 for the first 5 frames, or we may see Kidega George pot blacks for the first time? Guys, there's a lot of banter which is taking place here in this very arena. Some people are saying that the fans of the capital are more serious than the players themselves, and that is why they are coming short of potting the black. But they were so close in potting black for the first time in this game. Let's wait and see. Are we going to see the director inspiring the players, even if in a difficult positions? Fails to pot that ball here, but he had almost opened up all the balls, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that kind of shot which has just been played by Derek. Now, George to pot the black on the table, or else invite Derek and clear the table. There are only 4 of the yellow balls. Remember, there is a lot of pressure as well, which is also going to be hitting the players at this point in time, because these are not normal times. These are not normal games. This is a league game. You play for the team, you stand for the team, and you win for the team. George aims for the only black on the table. Having it rolled in the center corner pocket, fails to pot it, but pots the cue ball prematurely. He could not believe what I've just hit him at this point in time. Even the fans of Soweto are already clapping in disbelief. They are already clapping. They do not know what I've just hit them. Derek wants to remove the black because he understands he cannot clear anything on the table. Derek wants to remove the black now. He has removed the black with only one thing in his mind, because he may not be trusting the pattern of the play here, and that is the reasons why he have removed the black from the jaw of the corner pocket, which is top right of the table, diagonal of your screen. He has removed it. And then now he's contemplating. The cue ball is not natural. The cue ball is not standing in the positions that he can put at least 3 of the yellow ball, which is so close to the screen. But then he can now only start by potting only the yellow ball, which is in the jaw of the corner pocket. And that is why he aims pot with a lot of spins on it. Cue ball is natural. Cue ball is perfect and so good. Now, what does he want to do? At least a roll of these balls here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Is the pot going to be on? If the pot is on, lovely potting. Now you can at least have a roll of that balls there into the center pocket, which is right of the screen, with a small follow shots. Plays with this. Now, lovely shots here. He can at least have at least a pot of this black here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Cue ball is going to run naturally downward. And just like that, there was a lot of power, but at least I don't think he is safe with it. Lovely. Now instead, the umpires at least check the pockets because it was not so okay. But then now Derek's aims for the black for the fourth time for Soweto. If he misses, it is going to be for the first time for Soweto. Fails to pot it, but looks like it is a bit of safety sort. Luck by himself. The Decapito fans are not happy with the racing positions of the black ball because they know it is not set at any time. Let's wait and see what George is going to do at this point in time. Alice playing that ball there. Alice with the bank shots. The bank is not on. Is the ball set? The ball is set. Now Derek can pot the black for the fourth time, ladies and gentlemen, in the game. Even Tung Diang Media can pot this black here with a roll of this ones here. Even bigger can pot this black here with a roll. Yeah, David, he said you're watching us live from Mbarara. Thank you very much for watching this game here. It is the Capital and Soweto Polo Clubs. Why it is set? It is 4-0. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Ristaker, we also have another Ristaker, which is also in Kitgum here. Yeah, when you come to Kitgum, you are also going to face him live. Yeah, he said good luck to the Capital, but the Capital are not getting anything here. It is only Soweto, which is now in the Capital. Can we say today it is official that Soweto is a country, and then the capital is the capital city of them, and that is the reason why Soweto is now trying to at least pot black after black, black after black. Now they potted for the first time, potted for the second time, then for the third time, and now for the fourth time that they have potted. Now it is captain's affair. Captain Osama for Soweto. Meanwhile, Captain Eric for the capital. Now lagging. They're in. Who wins the lag at this point in time? It is Osama who has won the lag, and he's the one playing. And it's breaking. As I initially told you, today we are going to be having one of the biggest games ever, which is going to take place in Q Arena in Gulu. It is a return leg of Dan Manizo up against Ogerot Samuel, the twin brothers of Omar Moses. Lovely shootings. We are witnessing hardly some good pulls being played in Kitgum. Osama breaks with a lot of power. And Portal is one of the Red Bulls, leaving the table open. Now he's supposed to go. We have taken roughly around 40 minutes, roughly around 50 minutes, and this is frame number 5. That means every player is taking roughly around 10 minutes to clear the table and then winning. So Osama to nominate a ball of his choice. Now guys, the one that Osama is intending to go for, it looks so simple, but he fails to close the table. But of course the ball, even when it was looking so simple, it was of a lot of meaning. Now Eric is supposed to nominate a ball of his choice. We may see black being potted by the capital for the very first time in this game that we're witnessing here. All have been ruled right by Soweto Polo Club here. In the possible 20 frames that we're supposed to be having, Eric having free table, which is open, widely open, going for the yellows, and Canning also another yellow, caught with a lot of experience, a lot of skills, and just like that. Now these yellow balls are looking almost all in spaces, and they almost all have their pockets, and that is the reasons why Eric Senior is inspecting the table, making sure that he doesn't invite Osama back on the table. There is no one who has yet produced any green apple here, neither is there anyone who have at least produced a red apple here in this table here. Let's wait and see. Guys, advise me if the background sound is so much, so I may mute it or I can talk to the organizers of this game here or to the arena to adjust. Advise me if the background sound is so loud, so I can adjust accordingly. Advise me. You can either advise me in the comment sections if the background sound is so loud, so we can adjust accordingly. So his YouTube doesn't bring down his channel as well. Eric is playing yellow. He wants to run this frame here. He wants to run this table. I don't think he's happy with the positions of the cue ball because he may not be seeing most of his yellow balls, and then if he's seeing, none may be portable. He is not happy with the positions of the cue ball. He's not happy with the resting positions of the cue ball. He was not happy with the pot of that yellow ball in the corner pocket, which is bottom left of the table. Now all he was missing was the pattern of play. All he was missing was the pattern of his play because he fails to map out the pattern so well. And then putting that black the way you saw him playing it. Guys, those ones who are listening and watching this stream here, you can advise me in the comment sections if the background noise is not disturbing the stream. If you're able to hear my audio and my sound without the disturbance of the background music, you can advise me. And he's rolling the ball one at a time. The club captain of Soweto wants to take this frame here. Guys, yeah, starting big announcement that I want to make it here for Kit Media Link subscribers and those ones who are following us always from time to time. Starting in the month of July, whenever we'll be giving out at least a stream, we will also be awarding out the man of the match in any of the games with at least a branded t-shirt for Kit Media Link. And the man of the match, we will be awarding them with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link starting in the month of July. Meanwhile, if there is any money matches which is organized and we are streaming it, you invite us to stream it. The winner of the match is going to walk away with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link. And then the opponent is also going to walk away with something which is amazing to hype and is their game as well. I told you it is going to start in the month of July. 1st of July 2026. That is when we are going to introduce what we call giving it back to community giving it back to society and giving it back to our subscribers and our followers. If you organize any league game and you want us to stream it, man of the matches is going to walk away with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link. Meanwhile, for the ladies, we will also have a lady of the game who is also going to be walking away with a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link. That I can assure you, starting in the month of July, we will be giving it out to the people. Meanwhile, you can always also tell your other colleagues to subscribe to Kit Media Link, just that they also be watching. We are also going to introduce at least a pre-tournament at least interview, which will be taking place starting in the month of July. At least for all those ones who love Kit Media Link, we will be doing that one there. Kindly advise me in the comment how best we can do that one there for the fans and for the love of the game and for the love of the pool. That is the announcement I want to give you for today. Ladies and gentlemen, the game which was looking like almost more of defensive, it has widely been opened by the captain of Soweto Pool Club in the name of Osama. He's a guy who is playing red. Meanwhile, Eric is playing the yellows and is trying to tell the umpire to at least remove the ball, which is almost in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Now, Eric is supposed to make a decision by himself, at least to put that ball in the jaw of the corner pocket. And just like that, he fails to put it. Now, that corner is widely being occupied by the red ball, which Osama has full control over that. Now, what does he want to do at this point in time? He wants to go for at least more of defense. And that is why he wants to go for that one there. But he can also as well go for this game here by at least rolling that ball into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, but leftward. If he rolls that one there, then he can only place the only would be the problem ball, that is the ball which is farthest of the table. At least fouling, playing and fouling at this point in time, because his intention wasn't so good and his decisions was not so good. And then now Eric invites at least the umpire to give him the cue ball in hand. That decision was always so wrong of Osama to make it like that one there. He would have also played the ball which is so close to the at least the lagging side. And now Eric is at least to make a decisions by himself here, because the cue ball, I mean the black ball, looks almost dead on the cushions. He want to open up that corner pocket, which is having at least the black ball. Now he is in full control. He can just go for it. Guys who are watching us live, as I made mention earlier on, we are going to be introducing something which is called giving back to community. Any man of the match in any league game that we are going to be streaming will walk away with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link. Meanwhile, for the ladies league, we are also going to be giving back to the ladies. Any lady who comes out as a standout lady in the game is also going to be walking away with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link. That will start in the month of July. Now, lovely potting by that one there. Cue ball is not natural. Cue ball is not safe for that part of the black. Yeah, he said the official, the capital player watching from Kampala, and I'm sure we will win. Let's wait and see. They are already trailing by 4 frames to 0. They are yet to put black for the very first time. Remember, has most of his styles. He plays more of a snooker. He can at least plan something here. It is so hard to cut that ball in either of the top corner pockets of the screen, because part of those balls, it is looking like and is climbing a camel when he's not happy. Remember, 3 of the yellow balls is occupying the jaws of the corner pocket, which is bottom of your screen in the rightward directions, but then Osama is supposed to come at least with either skill shots. Here, what does he wants to do from this point in time? He wants Alice to have a sharp cut of that ball here in the corner pocket, which is leftward. He did it but failed to do it. But of course now, removing the black ball from this point in time, but still I want to think, Eric being Eric, he can at least go for this frame here. And he can clear anything here. Now Eric Alice rolling it one at a time. I want to believe that he's going to Alice pot that ball, which is hanging freely in the sections. After this, that one there, roll into the corner pocket, which is right up the table, potting it. Then Alice playing this one here with the bottom spin here, taking the cue ball leftward of the screen, and then also pot that ball into the diagonal corner pocket, which is right of the screen. No, he fails to do it. Alice wants to. Alice have Osama, give him still one more time. Or team Osama. Remember, that red ball can either go in any of the table. Playing that one there, lovely playing, but of course also giving that one there now any chance which will be given to him. He can at least have a roll of these balls here in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Now Eric is supposed to play at least this one there with a big follow. Now he plays it so nicely now. Anytime from now, even officials who is watching us can put these balls here into the corner pocket for the first time, ladies and gentlemen. The capital 1. Meanwhile, Soweto 4. 5 frame played. 15 frames remaining. And 5 frames remaining for halftime to be called to hand. Kindly give in your predictions in the comment sections. Give in your predictions in the comment sections. Which of the two clubs do you think is going to win? Any correct predictions will at least walk away with a data bundle worth 5,000 Uganda shillings. Prediction ends in halftime. In second half, there will be no more predictions. 5 frame plates, 4 for Soweto, 1 for the capital. Game number 6 to be played. And in game number 6, we have Olal Alfred up against Okelo Oscar. Up against Wakoraj Kenneth. Yeah. That is Sound Ken. Guys, we are witnessing some nice actions which is taking place on the green bed here. I think Ken is on the table, is on the verge of at least breaking and finishing for the very first time in this game that we are witnessing here. We haven't yet seen or we haven't yet registered any green apple or any red apple here. Is it going to be Sound Ken for the first time? Let's wait and see. As long as he maps his pattern so well, he's capable and he's doing it so well. But I don't think he's so happy with the positions of the cue ball. And looks like none of these balls can go in any of the pockets. As long as he can at least have a roll of these balls there in the center pocket, which is right off the table, then it is going to be almost just a game over because he's going to have a perfect cue ball positions, which will at least have a roll of these balls, which is so close to the jaw of the corner pocket to be potted, and then so he can also pot the black in the center pocket, which he will pot this yellow in. As long as the pot is on, now he plays with a lot of skills here. He was going for the skill shots, but the skill shots did not pay so well. No any apple yet registered here in this game here. We are yet to wait and confirm for the very first time if there is going to be any apple here. Remember, in this game that we are witnessing here, there are players who are capable of at least producing apple here. One of them being the director of Soweto Polo Club, that is in the name of Olanya Derek. And then also we have Sound Ken. But Sound Ken is having at least the highest percentage of breaking and finishing. At the same time, we also have Eric of the capital. Meanwhile, we also have Kidega George of the capital. And then when you also look at Clint Kinley, another captain, the captain of Soweto Polo Club, is also capable of at least breaking and finishing on any good day. And then another person who is also capable of breaking and finishing, we also have Wakaraj of the capital. He is also capable of breaking and finishing at any time in a good day. So Watmon Ronald is so capable of that one there. He's also capable of breaking and finishing. Meanwhile, we also have at least Mr. Oling, the green apple. Guy dubbed as the green apple. He's also capable of breaking and clearing the frame so well. So are we going to see any of those names which have just been read and clearing for the first time in this game here? Or we may be treated to a pool which will have no any green apple, no any red apple. We are yet to determine here at this point in time. Remember, I told you, if you are our fans for Kit Media Link, starting in the month of July, on the 1st of July, if there is any battle which is organized, we are going to be at least giving out to community by rewarding them with at least a branded t-shirts for Kit Media Link for the first time ever. We will be doing it for the very first time. No any streamer has ever done it, but Kit Media Link is going to take the lead and give it out to community. Any man of the match will give out a branded t-shirts if we are the very people who stream the again. And then secondly, for the ladies league, which is also going on at the moment, if there is any standout lady of the game, then we are also going to be giving them at least a branded t-shirts here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see at least Sound Ken losing this frame here cheaply after failing to put this ball here, because this guy, he's on the verge of clearing. Only would be the two of the red balls, but because he fails to control the cue ball action so well, now Ali is rolling these balls here in the corner pocket, failing to put the ball, and then now Ali is inviting Sound Ken back on the table. He wants to play with a lot of spin on it, which he does it so well, even canning that ball there, which is not putting it in the corner pocket. Look at that shot. That is a lovely shot. It will start with these balls here, and then Halis have a roll of that balls in the pocket, which is top left of the screen, and then now black is going to enter into the center pocket, which is top right of the screen. Lovely shooting, guys. Sound Ken. One more time. Look at the spin on the cue ball. It looks like it is short. Looks like the cue ball came so short, but he can pot it in the corner pocket, which is right of the screen. And it's a simple roll of that one there. Whether he pots or he doesn't pot it, at least he is covering the jaw of the corner pocket. But anything is still possible at this point in time, because this gentleman can still play Alice. A lovely shot, which he does it, but fails to pot it. Wow, look at that. Inviting Ken back on the table. Now Alice can have a sight of the ball. He plays with a lot of skill shots there, lovely shots, lovely shooting as well. He inspired his fellow, taking their scores to 5. Meanwhile, Hold is still remaining in one. It is frame number 6 which has just been played now. We are going to frame number 7 of the possible 20 frames that we are supposed to be having. Frame number 7 we are going for. We will be remaining with only 3 frames after this game here. Just that first half can be done. Then we'll get back to you with second half of the game. Lovely actions being taken place here at the capital, which is located in Lolojo, Central Divisions, where Tolin Godfrey is the chairman. Pool is being developed here. Pool is being practiced in Kitgum in northern Uganda. We have good shooters as well here. On the table, now coming 7th, we have now Watmon Ronald. Up against Mr. Oling Joel. Now, remember initially I told you that these two guys, they are capable of at least breaking and clearing the table at any time, which they choose to. But remember, this is a league game. You may not fancy and go for it at any time, but you will have to take it one step at a time. And that is why they may not take any risk here, possibly. Mr. Green Apple putting on green at the same time for Soweto Polo Club. Meanwhile, Watmon is playing for the capital. Breaking frame number 7, Mr. Oling Joel. Guy who calls himself Mr. Green breaks with a lot of power and is spotting one of the balls, 2, and then leaving the table widely open. 2 of the yellow balls were potted, but when you look at the positions of the cue ball, now you may think that he's going to fancy at least a sharp cut of the yellow balls into the corner pocket, which is bottom right of the screen, or he may fancy and also go for the red balls. But the positions of the yellow balls are looking more spacious. How good can he nominate the yellow ball? Remember, nominating these balls here, it is not just only as simple as he could do it, but at least it can mean a lot to him. Now inviting one more back on the table, I don't think he may get this frame anymore, because all the balls are looking perfectly in spaces, and he may fancy and choose to go for the yellows. What more? On any good day, this guy does a lot of practice from time to time. Sometimes he practices from the Capital Arena every evening. He will always be practicing from Alice Jaguar's Den. He closes the table with the yellow balls, and now there are only 4 of the yellow balls remaining on the table. All of them are portable, by the way. All of them are portable. Now look at the shooting skills that he is trying to portray here. He can also mean to go for the farthest spot here, or he can also put it in the corner pocket, which is where the umpire is only trying to remove the resting ball, which is almost in the jaw, which is in the corner. Now Watmon aims to have at least a sharp cut of this balls here into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, fails to put it, inviting. Now leaving that ball dead on the cushions, and it's being almost arrested by the red balls in the bottom sections of the screen. Mr. Green Apple. Today there is no any green apple is producing at this point in time, but he would fancy that he will at least have a roll of that balls here to only occupy the corner pockets, which he fails to do it. But then now he has still a chance to remove the corner, the yellow ball, which is almost, the red balls in the center, which he wants to do it, and at the same time he also wants to snooker. He plays to open up the red balls and at the same time also snooker. Watmon. The umpire checks and says that ball is not on cushions. Now how good is it? Is it a one shot? The umpire signals it is a one shot. The umpire signals it is a one shot. But as long as they invite for a review, then they can go for it. But if they don't invite the review, then I will have no options to check it. Guys, there was a controversy between those two balls, which were almost in the jaw of the corner pocket bottom sections of the screen. And then they had to ask me to go and check for a review, the camera review. When we did it, we realized it was just one shot. Guys started with playing the yellow balls and then also hit the red ball in a deflective shots. And then the two players had to agree, and then they said it is a one shot. That is why we at least took a bit of time. I had muted the audio, went to help them, and also we did it lovely. So the guys, they loved what we are doing here. They say the quality of the stream is up to top notch. So we want to bring you quality on the green bait. So you can only continue supporting us by at least liking the stream, just that YouTube can recommend it to further more people to watch it from time to time. Now, which is being played by Mr. Green Apple, it is so dictative to have at least Watmon remove only his yellow ball, which is so close to the red ball, and then he can now go for the frame. How good is the pot? No, the pot is not good. He only removed the ball by canning it, and then now inviting Mr. Green Apple back on the table. Now, so close to the cue ball is the only problem ball to Mr. Apple, Mr. Green Apple. And that is the reason why he's checking so carefully. Does he want to snooker here one more time? Because most of his balls are already in spaces, and that is the only ball. And then now he wants to go for it. Playing that one fast in the center. He's having a perfect cue ball positions. And then he's also moving it one at a time, because he knows that is his problem ball, and he's trying to point at it. He's trying to point at it. They are backing him, giving him a lot of support at the same time. And that shot is intended to at least remove that ball, which is almost resting in the center pocket. The pot was not on, at least he has left the cue ball so cheaply. You see, with just kind of pots, one thing you should also know is that if you want to at least can your ball, which is almost late on the cushions, all you need to focus on and do is at least first aim at target. Then secondly, let now the canning be secondary. Now Wadmon potted so well, but of course now giving himself a difficult cue ball positions. But of course he can go for a bank shot in the center pocket. At the same time, canning the yellow balls, he can have at least a double pot, but fails to do so. Now inviting Mr. Apple back on the table. He inspects and check it so well and carefully. Remember, now he inspected and understand it so well that because he knows he's also supposed to clear anything here. Remember in the arena today, we have the former aspirant for mayoral race. He's also in the building. We also have a senior umpire in the name of Agando. He's also in the building. We also have at least a senior umpire who is officiating this game, Mr. Pastor is also in the building. He works for Kitgum Municipal Council. Now still all his intention is at least to remove that ball which is almost in the center pocket but fails to remove it. But then now here is another chance for him at least to play this ball here into the bottom sections of the screen, and that is the intended shots. After playing that one there, cue ball is going to at least be interjected by that red ball which is almost in the center pocket left of the table. What does he want to do from this point in time? And he's having this one here played with the follow shots, and that is the actions which he's portraying. Did it so well. Now how good is it going to be? It is still a question. So remember, he has one of his balls here. He can either opt to go for more defensive or he can also go for the games here. And here he is in checking. Mr. Ling. By the way, Mr. Ling is a veteran player. He has always been playing pool. Even since back then, those days, he was a very good shooter. By then, he has also played for Kitgum team. Now he wants to play skill shots here. Look at the keyboard actions. How good is it going to be? It is so good. But then he came so shots. Now here, he needs at least another skill shots to give him at least a perfect cue ball positions for the only would be the red ball, which is racing so close to the camera. And that he intends to him. Now how good is it going to be? That shots can be played with at least a top spin, which is right wide of the cue ball. And then the pot is going to be on, but cue ball will also move naturally and comes to the sides here. But he fails to do it because simply he wants to have at least a roll of this ball here in the center pocket, which he came short of that one there. Now inviting Watmon back on the table, and he's having a roll of these balls in the corner pocket where you are watching it from, and then rolling that ball there. Even when it goes off, the rate is going to guide him into the center pocket of the table, and then he can pot black in the same corner pocket which he previously potted his yellow ball in. At least with the follow shots, it can be so good of that one there. Let's wait for the actions. He did it so well and so lovely. The comeback is loading for the Capital Polo Club. The comeback is loading on any day, on any time, at any time. Even when he's playing money, even when he's also practicing, if his mind is tuned, remember this is league game, he can at least spot this ball here. Lovely shooting. He was going for at least a guided red balls to the corner pocket, but he failed to do it. But of course he was on target and he did it so lovely. Frame number 7 goes the way of the Capital Polo Club. And then 7 frame played, remaining only 3 to have at least a half time come to an end. Back on the table, now we have the director of Soweto Polo Club. Is up against Samuel. Leading on the table for Kitgum Pool Associations, we have zone pub shooters coming on top. Meanwhile, the Snipers Polo Club are coming second. And coming third, it is the Capital, who are already trailing 2 frames to 5 now. And then coming in positions 5 It is Soweto Pool Club. Soweto 5. They're also in position 5 up against the Capital, who are in position 3 according to the league standing. Now, if Soweto win with the bonus here, they will be at least having 4 points. And then at the same time, that means they are going to at least move a step ahead. While this action is also taking place here today, we also have Arizona Polo Club versus My Chamo at My Chamo's Arena in Kitgo Municipality. I'll also be telling you the scores of that game accordingly. Remember, there are players who are already promising here. There are people who are already promising Soweto Polo Club. If they win, they will at least walk away with some prizes here. Table still remains open. Meanwhile, Derek is invited back on the table. He's supposed to at least maneuver the cue ball and nominate a ball of his choice. The on the ball looking so simple to pot at this point in time, it is the yellow balls, which is at the same time very difficult when it is an intense moment. Tomorrow we are going to be having at least the ladies league resuming. We will be having zone pub shooters up against zone pub shooters up against the King's Comforts tomorrow. The umpire signals it is a foul. And the player requested at least the cue ball in hand. Cue ball to be given to him just that they can further his game. Remember, the Capital Lion rooting for a comeback. Meanwhile, Soweto want to run away with the score. Let's wait and see. Table still remains open. The umpire signals the table is closed. Meanwhile, Samuel is at least to find his yellow ball. And if he fails to find his yellow ball, Derek will at least have a chance to play 2 shots. And so right now, looks like Samuel is supposed to come at least off 1 cushion, find his yellow ball. He wants to find at least his yellow ball, which is almost in the jaw of the corner pocket. And then rolling it so close. He finds the yellow ball perfectly. That signals it is a 1 shot. Now Derek to at least continue playing softly and also defensively at the same time. And that is why he's taking his time, rolling the ball 1 at a time. 1 at a time. Fails to find the ball. The umpire signals it is a foul and it's 2 shots. So Derek inspects, check it so well. He wants to pot that yellow ball, which is looking almost just like in the jaw of the corner pocket, and he pot it so well because the umpire has given him the authority and said it is a foul, it is 2 shots. And so now he's supposed to go 1 more time to snooker for the first time. It's just that he could also at least scan his ball, which is looking like a problem to him. In the bottom sections of the screen, fathers. He goes for power, understanding and knowing that there is a red ball which will always guide another ball into the corner pocket. He had at least have a roll of that ball in the center pocket, which is right of the table, and that ball will naturally open up the ball which is kissing the black ball in the center. But he can also fancy and at least have a roll of that ball which is trying to look at in the corner pocket, which he has just previously potted the ball in, and that is what he's intending to go for. He can also intend to pot it or at least plays safety, but he goes for the pot. He can choose to play the ball which is almost resting on the rail of the cushions. Let's wait and see. He goes for at least a safety shots, which he does it so perfectly and so good. Yeah, for those ones who have just joined us, the stream is coming live from the Capital Polo Club, which is located in Loloyo in Central Divisions, Kitgum Municipality. It is bordering Pandung Divisions where we are having this game being played. It is a best of 20 frames. Meanwhile, 7 frames have already been played. Soweto has 5. Meanwhile, the Capital has 2. If this game is done, then we will go for another frame. And remember, this is frame number 8 that we are having. Now, coming off at least 1 cushion and to find the yellow balls in the center pocket. And then Samuel fails. Now inviting Derek back on the table. Now he wants to remove the red ball, which is almost kissing the yellow balls in the bottom sections of the screen. How good is it? Now it is not so good because after removing that removing that red ball and leaving the yellow ball close to the rail of the table, he puts the cue ball prematurely. Now inviting Samuel back on the table. Remember, Samuel has only 3 of the yellow balls. 2 have pockets, but 1 now is supposed to be removed from where it is, and then he can now continue to pot. For the first time, we may see her lays a very big comeback, which is loading. A big comeback is loading. Samuel to have a roll of these balls here into the bottom sections of the screen. Corner pocket. He pots it nicely. But I think he was not rooting to pot the ball. Rather to have it at least back in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Now that ball can be rolled into the same corner pocket, which has just potted the yellow ball in. At least with some small skills here. And just like that, some small guidance by the red balls, at least giving him at least a perfect cube of positions to have a roll of that balls into the corner pocket, which is the bottom left of the screen. And then black has a passage to the corner pocket, which is top right. Bottom of the screen, I can call it. Aims for that one there. How good is it going to be? The action is good and the roll is also good, but the pot is not on. Derek invited back on the table because here it was almost just going to be game over because the black was having a clear path. Now Derek to go one more time defensive, and is closing that pot there. Then still inviting Samuel back on the table. Let's wait and see. Totally snookered, seek for cushions. Umpire has given him all the liberty to go at least find his yellow ball, which is almost just resting in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is bottom left of the screen. Any touch with the cue ball can make it go in. But then how good is it going to be? It is still a big question for Samuel. Now does he want to go for the skill shots? No, he wants to come at least off 1, 2 cushions. 1, 2, and fails to get it. Now Derek invited back on the table. Remember, Derek has at least problem balls in the center, which has at least 3 of the balls, 2 reds and 1 black. Does he want to open up those balls? It is still a question that he's supposed to be asking himself now. Is 6 for at least the umpires to remove the cue ball and give him. And then he has 2 shots. He's now inspecting the table and checking what can he do at this point in time. Does he want to remove that yellow ball in the corner pocket? It is still a question, or he wants to pot it. Looks like he wants to remove it. How good is it going to be? It is still a question. The intentions was not so good. The intention was not so good because all what he was enrooting for is at least to have at least that ball being removed from that corner pocket. Now still one more time, he can go for the ball which is in the jaw of the corner pocket, the center pocket, which is bottom of the screen. He wants to go for the snooker. One more time. The snooker is on. Perfect snooker. That is a total snooker. He really wants to go for the game, and they can go for it at this point in time. Samuel 6 for cushions. He's at least to come off at least 1, 2 cushions, find his black ball, and if he finds it perfectly and with the power, he can put it in the center pocket, and he does it. Just like that, it is one shot. He got his ball so perfectly and so lovely. And that is a lovely search. Now Derek can now go for the frame. He can at least go for the frame or still continue to play softly, one at a time. Because the ball which is kissing the black ball, it is looking like a problem to him. And then now someone is invited back on the table. He can at least have the bank shots into the same corner pocket, which is almost guiding, which is going to be guiding the black ball to be potted. But how good is the cue ball? It is still a questions. How good is the cue ball? It is still a questions now. He wants to go for that corner pocket, which is almost having the red ball, which will guide at least the black ball naturally to enter in. Aims for the bang. How good is the bang going to be? Now he checks one more time. If he fails the bang, the game is going to be done and dusted. He continues to check it one at a time. This is frame number 8 of the possible 20 frames, and it is of the possible 10 frames that we are having for the first half to be done. The bank shot is not on. Cue ball is safe. Black is safe. Now red is in full control. Derek can now go for the frame, because this red ball, which is kissing the black ball, can go into the corner pocket, which has this one here. He can mean to go one step at a time. The roll of these balls here into the diagonal corner pocket, which is bottom left. Now just like that, the pot is on. Perfect. This ball can be perfect, can be potted perfectly, and cue ball will be safe. He did it. But of course he destabilized the black ball. See Derek being Derek, he goes for safety. Just like that. He went for a touchy. Now Samuel is invited back on the table. How good is the actions of the cue ball going to be? And how good is it going to be? It is still a question here. He wants to go for safety shots, and that is the reason why he's aiming. He did it perfectly. Now giving at least cue ball cheaply to Derek to have at least a roll of these balls here into the corner pocket, which is right. Cue ball will be safe. As long as he means to go for it, if he fails to pot it, he will set that black ball. And Samuel will have at least the simplest pot. He can also mean to at least go for safety. So what does he want to go for? Looks like he was intending to go for the safety shots, but he had to rethink of the actions that he was trying to portray at this point in time. He really wants to go for the pot. If he pots, Soweto will lead 6 frames to 2. But if he fails to pot, he will still invite the captain of the host team to at least register themselves to the score of 3, meanwhile coming so close to the score of 5. Derek, director of Soweto Pool Club, Dr. Phone. Now if you have any problem with your phone, he can work on it so well and so cheaply. He goes for the pot, but the pot was not on. Cue ball is safe. But then black look like it is not safe, because the roll of this ball here in the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen, can make the capital register them for themselves a third in this game. Meanwhile, trailing by at least 2 frames to 5 at this point in time, Samuel to redeem themselves and at least bring the score so close to 5 for the first time. How good is it going to be? It is still a question. The pot is not on. Definitely black looks like it is going to be set. I don't think black is set. Derek wants to have at least a sharp cut of this one here, or he wants to go for the bank shots. He simply plays only safety shots. Looking more defensive at this point in time, because no one wants to reach this frame here. Is it Soweto giving it cheaply, or at least the capital giving it cheaply? At this point in time, the person who thinks rightly and thinks rightly will definitely go with the win here. But if you fail to think rightly, you will lose the frame. Derek doesn't want to give it away. Meanwhile, Samuel also doesn't want to give it away. Anything is possible with the push in this game that you're watching so closely because no one wants to give it to the other one. Derek's want this frame more than the capital need it. Meanwhile, the home team as well need this frame more than Soweto need it. He's coming so close now to Halis, making this game also open. We may register a fall here. By this kind of play, we may register a fall at any time. One will definitely be tempted to go for the frame. That is one thing I want to assure you and reassure you at the same time. One person looks like he's almost definitely going to go for it, and that is Samuel of the capital. Rolls and pots. The capital 3, Soweto 5. Frame number 9. Is it going to go Soweto way, or it is going to be the capital way to come so close to at least leveling the score for half time? Anything is possible. It is Kidega George. And then Guy Dawn on Black, written champion. No Karane. This is frame number 9. So ngamo like Ngamo breaking channel. Derek. Okay. Derek, we'll check. Any breaking? Pasta? Derek. Guys, mounting the comeback. It is the capital who had the host. Other one mounting the comeback. Remember, Soweto led 5 frames to 1. I mean, 5 frames to 1. But then now Soweto. They are just stagnant in their positions 5. Meanwhile, the capital is at least bringing the scores as close as possible to be level 5-5 in the very first half of the game. And then after that one there, they will go for a break. After the break, they come back for another 10 more frames to determine who is going to be taking the lead in this game that we're having today at the Capital Polo Club, located in the Lojo, Kitgum Municipality, Central Divisions. I'm bringing for you the live actions. It is Kit Media Link, and then the audio, it is for Daniel for Kit Media Link. Thank you for keeping in. Anything that you would love to understand and know about this game and anything, you can at least tell me in the comment sections. Then I will be in positions to tell you accordingly. Meanwhile, the capital are in position 3, and then Soweto are in positions 5, according to the league table standing. Kitgum Pool Associations. Tomorrow we will be having at least zone pub shooters up against William Pool Club. At the same time, the ladies' actions are also resuming. Tomorrow, tomorrow we have the ladies' actions between zone pub shooters up against King's Comforts, the ladies who beat Snipers in the first opening game for the ladies' league game, 11 frames to 9. Now the senior umpire is in the batch of is making a very big drawback here. Just that the cue ball runs naturally and also open up the yellow ball, which is almost in a cluster with the red balls in the center pocket. Now if he does it so, he will be good to go, but it looks like he wants to go and play safety, which he does it so perfectly and so good. And now Magezi can either play skill shots and then pack his yellow ball in the jaw of the corner pocket, which is having the red balls in the top right sections of the table. What does he want to do at this point in time? He is inspecting the table so carefully because he needs this win here, just that they can have their nose further in front and lead 2 frames in the first half. But if not, then the score is going to be level 4-5-5 in first half. Guys, this is frame number 10 to make the first half to come to conclusions, to make the first half come to an end. It is Eric and then Magezi. Magezi of Soweto and then Eric of the capital playing the last frame of the half time. Then after that one there, we'll go for at least some small break time. Meanwhile, we will still get back live. And we'll continue to give you the actions as it is unfolding. At this point in time, the capital 4, meanwhile Soweto 5. Anytime it can either be 5-5 or anytime it can either be 6-4. If Magezi wins. But if Eric wins, it will be 5-5 for the halftime. Then we'll come back for the second half and see what is going to be taking place in the second one there. All right. There is a lot of pressure in this game, and as well as there's a lot of nerves in these very games here as well. Remember, this is a team game that you play. When you play, it will be an accumulations. And then if your other colleagues comes and plays and win, it will still be another accumulations. But if you lose your friend, and then your opponent wins, and at the end of the day you are beaten, then you will be regretting and thinking, "Oh, what went wrong in your friend and why you failed to get it." Now, coming off at this of questions, the umpire signals it is a foul and 2 shots. The umpire signals it is a 2 shots. Eric has at least a cue ball is supposed to be an on, but of course, that decision, I don't think it was so right of him because he could have just only played the yellow ball, which is so close to the red ball, and then it would open up the red ball and then have it roll into the center pocket, which is right of the table, and then the pot there only would be the red ball in the jaw of the corner pockets. He simply plays it so hard to open up everything. But I think the resting positions of the red ball, it is not so juicy. The only thing that is supposed to be done is to at least have a bank shot, which is supposed to be put it into the other corner, mean center pocket, which is where he is standing. But it is so hard, like making the horse also to pass through the needle high. So hard of that one there. The only thing he can either choose to play safely, but if he plays safely and leaving the cue ball cheaply from the other end of the table, Magizi can go for it at this point in time. He at least chooses to play at least a roll of that ball in the center pocket, which he fails to do so. But of course, now giving the cue ball cheaply to Magizi. And at this point in time, I want to think Magizi is going to play that yellow ball into the center pocket, which is right of the screen, the one that you are watching. And that is the intentions that he's trying to do at this point in time. The roll is on, the pot is on, but then still he has a chance. He can still continue to breathe. Meanwhile, he also keeps on potting balls after balls. But then one thing that he's supposed to do at this point in time, to choose the yellow ball, which is almost in the center of the 3 balls, have it rolled into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. He wants to play with Alice stop shots. He played it so well. Alice lookering all the 2 reds which are on the table. Lovely shots. But looks like the red in the corner pocket can be seen and playing with a lot of spins. Eric does so. Then he's supposed to have a roll of that ball there, which is supposed to go into the corner pocket, top right of the table, because it cannot be chopped into the center pocket, right of the table. And that is only one thing running in his mind, and that is the reason why he's shaking his head in disbelief. Remember, if there is any opportunity which avails itself to Magezi at this point in time, you may run the table and put the black into the corner pocket where cue ball is standing or cue ball is resting. What does he want to do at this point in time? I want to believe that he wants to play and also run with the cue ball. So he's inspecting one more time, making sure that he puts that one there and also get the cue ball positions to put the black. But of course, when he elevates the butt of the cue at this point in time, that ball can go into the corner pocket, which is top right, and then cue ball is going to be coming in the left corner pocket. The pot is on, ladies and gentlemen. A simple roll of these balls into the corner pocket, which is right of the table, so close to the screen, can give him a perfect chance to at least register for themselves 5 in this game. And then at halftime, all will be squared 5-5. Cue ball is going to be safe. Looks like. Let's wait and see. The roll is on. The pot is not on. Cue ball is also safe. For Magezi to at least clear this table here. They're already clapping their hand. They know that they're going to win this one here. And that is the reasons why Magaz is supposed to utilize all the opportunity at this point in time. Which ball does he want to start with at this point in time? It is still a big question for him because now the win to take it to 6 rests on his shoulders. To at least have a pot of the 3 of the yellow balls which are on the table and then pot the black in the corner pocket, which Eric fails to pot it to. He wants to start with one of the most difficult ball ever. But potting that ball, if you don't control the cue ball, it would at least guide the cue ball to be potted into the left sections of the table corner pocket. And that is the reasons why he had to first come here and then check and inspect. He wants the cue ball is pointing. That means he's supposed to maneuver the cue ball to run round the table, hitting at least one cushion, two, three, and then coming back to the positions where he had to point to. Does he want to do it? So there he aims. He wants to go for it. And the actions signals and implies the same. He did it so well and so well. Now he has full control of this very table here. He has full control. He can mean to start with any ball, but the cheapest that he can start with is at least the ball, which is in the corner pocket of the table. At least this very ball, he wants to at least have a big roll of these ones here. Plays it lovely. And then he celebrates like as if he has already potted the black ball. I think he still wants to at least have the cue ball to be manipulated round the table. Manipulated round the table. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wait and see what he's going to be doing here. Lovely, lovely actions. I am going to crop these ones here and share with Magazi to see how he did it. That was good cue ball control of the 3 yellow balls remaining on the table. Now he's up against the only black on the table. And he's playing this ball here with at least the left English would at least naturally guide the cue ball not to be potted into the corner pocket, which is bottom of the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, if it does it so, it will be game over for half time. Then we'll resume in second half. He does it lovely. Magazi wins at 6 for Soweto. Meanwhile, the capital has 4. We will come back in second half after the break. Thank you for audio. My name is Daniel.